Okay, let's bring this back a little bit. All right, good morning. Today is Saturday, and let me move this cup out the way. I am getting ready to go to Pilates. As you can see, I just got done getting ready, and so I kind of want to do a little OOTD before I leave. So my top is the same kind of sports bra I always wear. This is by Lululemon. I don't know. I'll insert the name if I can, but if not, I'll definitely link it below. And this is a reversible like bra, so I really like this. And then these biker shorts, and I hope you can see them very well. Let me bring the camera down. Biker shorts are from Amazon, and I think these are a 6-inch seam, and this is like in the color forest green. And I'm about to put this, I'm feeling really earthy today, this Define jacket on top. If I can, oh, the thing is like covered. Putting on this Define jacket, and I feel like this, like, I think this is in the shade Bone, the color Bone. Yeah, I'm gonna put that over there. So my white and my bone does not match, but it's okay because I'm like, they both kind of do their job. So yeah, this is the fit for Pilates, and then I'm barefoot at Pilates. About to put on my Apple Watch, ready to go. I'm so excited because it's a one-on-one private class, and I've never done that before. So I'm super excited to do that. So I am gonna hurry up, drink some water, and get a nice little bang in. Okay, so I'll see y'all later. All right, welcome back. I know you guys saw earlier today I got ready and I was going to Pilates, and now I'm done. I'm back from Pilates, and I had the idea that I would review all the different Pilates studios that I've been to. Pilates is my preferred type of workout, and so I've tried weightlifting, I've tried bar, I've tried cycling, and Pilates is just my favorite. I prefer low impact workouts, and I personally feel like I get strength, a lot of strength from being in Pilates, but it's not high intensity, which I really, really love. And so over the past, I would say, I've been doing Pilates for about 2 years. I'd say for about the last year and a half, I have been traveling across the United States trying out different Pilates studios, and today I'm going to rate those studios for you. Today I tried a different studio than I normally do, and that's what sparked this idea. So I'm gonna start from when I first started learning how to do the Pilates and then move down. So the first studio that I tried out is Callie's Pilates, and I absolutely love Callie's. This is where I learned how to do Pilates. This Callie's Pilates is located in Cleveland, Ohio, and they have the cutest studio ever. And it is owned by Callie, and she's an amazing instructor. She has amazing instructors hired to teach other classes. The studio has 5 reformers, and I think there's like a Cadillac. The classes are very small, very intimate. The instructors really get to focus, and it's very cute because I know the girls love an aesthetic. They love a vibe, and it's very cute. So everyone here is very educated. They have a wide array of classes. They offer classes 7 days a week. And then they just added 6 a.m. classes, and then I forget the late, like a 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. So now they offer more classes they just added. And then I saw yesterday on Instagram, they are adding another location in Brecksville, Ohio. So not too far from downtown Cleveland, but if you're more of a East Side girl, I think. If you're more of an East Side girl, there will be another location opening within the next 2 months, I think. So I think Callie's is a 10 out of 10. They're extremely educated. You're going to get a good workout. The instructors really care. They're really focused. So 10 out of 10 if you want to learn Pilates and further your practice there. So the next studio we're going to shift over is in Chicago. And in Chicago, this studio is called Page One Pilates. Now, they have a few more reformers. I think they have about 7 reformers in their studio at a time, as opposed to Callie's only has 5. So the instructor's intention is, differing or not as focused on you as you would find in a smaller studio, obviously. But again, I feel like you could still get a really good class there. It was a little confusing for me trying to find my way in. If you remember a few vlogs back into the summertime, I missed my first class because I wasn't sure how to get in, and you can't just like walk in, you have to be buzzed in, and then it doesn't look like a Pilates studio on the outside. So that was like a downside for me, but they were so kind, and they were like, we knew you were trying to get in, but the class had already started and we can't open the door. So they ended up refunding me my money, and I rescheduled for the next day. So I had a great class, but it was like, if you're gonna try out page one, I would go maybe 15 to 20 minutes early to try to really get inside there or get parking. And it's a good studio. So if I had to rate page one, I'd probably say like an 8 out of 10. I don't think I feel like they are more contemporary kind of Pilates as opposed to classical. I feel like Callie's Pilates leans more towards more classical than contemporary. But it's still a really great studio. Every time I go to Chicago, I go to page one. It's really, really nice. I still get a good workout there. So if you are in Chicago, I would definitely recommend page one. Okay, the next studio is Body Design in Newport Beach, California. And so this one, again, was a little tricky. The studio is located in what was, I think, an old movie theater. And so there's no signage or anything to let you know. And it's funny because I was wandering around. I was like 5 minutes late to the class, but I thought I was gonna be like 15 minutes early because I was wandering around the whole time looking for it. And I remember when I was getting closer, somebody was like, oh, you must be looking for Pilates, because they could see the confusion on my face when I was looking for the studio. So once I did find the studio, so beautiful, so beautiful. It looks out over the ocean, and there's like palm trees and these big windows, and it's the most beautiful views I have ever seen. And so when you're just getting a good workout in that studio, it just feels so amazing. Like the ambiance is 10 out of 10. Again, with this studio, I think they have about, if I'm remembering correctly, about 8 reformers. And this leans more contemporary. Again, not referencing Callie's with the 5 reformers. You're not going to get as much focus, but I think the instructors here do a really, really great job at making sure everyone is, having the proper corrections, exercising in the proper form. And again, here the instructors are very, they seem very educated, very knowledgeable, and so helpful. And I always get a good burn every time I go to this studio. So I would say this is a 10 out of 10, and I would 100% recommend Body Design in Newport Beach. The next studio is New York Pilates. And I did not know this, or maybe I did know this initially, that it was a chain, but I didn't realize like how it would be. And I feel like this is not necessarily Pilates. I think they advertise as Pilates, but I don't think it's actual Pilates. But I'm not a professional, I will say. But just from what I've learned doing Pilates over the years, I think this is like a group workout advertised as Pilates, but they don't offer like true Pilates potentials. And one of the biggest signs is it's really dark inside of the class. So they have like LED lights aligned like across the floor and stuff, but like an instructor can't see you really well. And the instructors they're not offering individual corrections for the many people in the class. And a big reason for that, I think, is because they have about, if I had to guess, I think 15 to 20 reformers in one studio at a time. And that is so many. That's so many people. And so that's like, it's harder to really focus on your really good workout in there. So I think my heart rate did get up, but I just feel like compared to previous Pilates studios that I have been to, they don't really, the instructors aren't as trained as you would hope for. Not terrible at all. I'm not bashing them, but they're just, I prefer a more experienced instructor and more true to the core Pilates principles, and they are not that. And also they have like 5 different locations. It's just very, very big, very commercialized, and it's not at the true core of Pilates. And so for that, I personally don't think I would go back to New York Pilates. And that's just my personal preference. Again, I don't think it's a terrible studio. I love like the ambiance and stuff like that. But as far as for critiquing it based off of Pilates, then I wouldn't really, give it that. But everyone there was so nice. They were so kind. I went with a friend. She was running late. They were really accommodating. So for that, I think I would give them like a 6.5 out of 10 for New York Pilates. And then the next studio that we have is Duo Coffee and Pilates, I think is the technical name. Let me look. Okay, so this is called Duo Houston, and then they have coffee and Pilates. And I love the concept of this place. It has a coffee, like it's a coffee shop, and then if you walk out of the coffee shop area and then you walk into these double doors, it takes you into the back where there is a Pilates studio. But now I just looked up on Instagram because I wasn't sure if it was called Duo Pilates or if it was called Duo, or I couldn't remember. So I looked it up, and it's called Duo Houston, and they offer coffee, Pilates, and indoor cycling. I've never seen the indoor cycling, so I was a little confused by that. But as far as Duo, I think it's a really nice vibe. I love matcha lattes, and the best matcha, I won't say the best matcha I've ever had, it's very close at the top of the list, is the matcha here. And they have a guava cold foam that you can put on top of your matcha latte. 10 out of 10. So if you're in the Houston area, I would definitely go to Duo for that matcha. But I think they have about 5 or 6 reformers in the studio, which I like. However, it's very dark, so the instructor can't really see. Like typically, more classical Pilates, it's a well-lit studio, and at Duo, you're not going to find that. So I think it is a little kind of hard to, focus on your placement and your form and stuff when it comes to that. And also, and this is like no shade to the instructors, but I feel like they weren't as experienced as other instructors that I have, practiced with in the past. And so I felt like the workouts weren't really flowing really well, and it felt like a really like structured workout, not weightlifting, but it was giving me like weightlifting vibes, and the music was like really pumping and stuff. So I don't really, I don't think that's truly defined as like a true Pilates workout. But I did get a good workout, but I wouldn't say that it was like true Pilates. And I tried it multiple times because I was like, oh, maybe like it was like the instructor, but it never really worked out for me, when I was really disappointed, because the concept of a like coffee shop and Pilates studio combined with matcha, that's like my dream, if you know me. So I was like so sad to have that be the case. And so I have decided not to go back to that studio. But if you're not really like, I don't know, like purely focus on it being classical Pilates, then by all means go to the studio. They have really nice instructors. I think you would still have a nice time. But for me, I'm focused on, really learning the principles and furthering my practice in Pilates. So that is not the studio for me. But I think it was really nice. I think I would give them like a 7 out of 10. And if I add the matcha in there, it'll be like 11 out of 10 because I love that matcha so much. And then the last studio that I'm going to rate is the one I went to today, and I went to Equinox, and I did a one-on-one reformer class at Equinox, and I loved it. And this is the Equinox I went to in Houston, Texas. Duo is also Houston, if I didn't say that before, but this was Equinox in Houston, Texas. I can't remember the instructor's name, but we did a one-on-one, and she seemed very educated, and this was classical Pilates to the core. The leather straps, the hard handlebars, we really worked everything, and I feel like I'm gonna feel that when I wake up in the morning. That was a 10 out of 10, and they had 3 total reformers, a Cadillac, and then some other different Pilates equipments. So it's really focused. Like, she was just really focused on me the entire time. So there's no like huge group workout class, and for that I respected it so much. I had a great time. I got a good workout. I got a good burn. The instructor was extremely educated, and everyone at Equinox is very nice. So 10 out of 10 for Equinox. Okay, and that was it for my rating Pilates studios that I've been to across the country. I travel for work a lot of times and for leisure, and I want to always make sure I'm still working out. So that is why I tend to bounce around to all these different Pilates studios, and personally I just love Pilates, and I love getting to like connect with people that love Pilates, and also like seeing the world, and like because doing Pilates in Chicago is different from doing Pilates in California near the beach, or in Cleveland, or here in Houston, you know. It's so amazing. I love Pilates. And if you don't have access to do a reformer workout, maybe you don't live close to a Pilates studio. That was me for a long time in college. I didn't live close to a Pilates studio. I did mat Pilates, and like shout out to Move with Nicole here on YouTube. She does amazing mat Pilates workouts, and I attribute that to really building my core. She is a 10 out of 10. So Move with Nicole if you can't do like the in-person reformer workouts. I love Move with Nicole. But that was it for my rating the Pilates studios. If you want to do more Pilates like videos, please let me know in the comments, or just reach out. I personally love Pilates so much. I probably said this a million times during the video, so okay. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.